What's up, everyone? Axel here of Axetruth.com, and this is where I cut through the bullshit. And that sounds you hear is Run My Mouth. This title track is Kiki Green's CD. You can hear it on Spotify or go to her website, kikigalore.com. Really good CD. I mean, I don't even listen to a lot of music, but she sent me hers, and not just because she's my friend, but she did a really good job on this. She composed all the music, wrote it, did all the music, did the front vocals, the back vocals, everything. The arrangement, it's awesome. So that's Run My Mouth. Anyway, and I'm gonna run my mouth on this content piece right here, reaction video to Angell K. It's a young lady. I don't know how her video ended up on it just showed up on my feed, and I don't do a lot of venturing around YouTube and things like that. I just watch what I watch, certain things, and leave it at that. I'm not a social media just don't have me like that. I'm not caught up in it like that. But I'm out of the matrix. This young lady, I watched her video, and the video I'm reacting to, I watched actually two of her videos, and she's quite charming but very beautiful. It's a beautiful young lady. Now I can. My best advice to her is like she can remove a lot of those piercings. That takes away from her beauty. It's just she doesn't need all that. But that's me. That's personal. I'm glad, and also I'm glad she's not all tatted up. I'm so glad she did that. But this is a beautiful woman, beautiful young lady, Angell K, and her video was moving back home. I'm over Atlanta. So when I saw it, I said, let me just click on it and see. And I'm gonna put the link to her video below. And I watched another one of her videos of her actually packing and moving, and that was quite entertaining because the story she told in that particular video. And I suggest you watch that one too as well. Now she's I guess a vlogger on YouTube, and she's been living in Atlanta for a while, and she's moving. She's over it. Over Atlanta, and I've been in Atlanta and I think what compelled me to do this video is because I have similar experiences that I could relate to what she was talking about, considering that I was her age once, and I was living in Atlanta doing kind of what she's doing, and I guess I said, well, let me respond to this. So let's get things first about Atlanta. Atlanta is highly overrated through media, especially through black media and black television. So a lot of black people move to Atlanta with these expectations of this is the land of opportunity for black people. It's the black Mecca. And then here's the other word, Black Hollywood, which is disgusting. It is so disgusting. When I heard they were calling it that, I said, no. Only thing here is Tyler Perry Studios. And they do film a lot of movies in Georgia. Not just in Atlanta, in Georgia and the surrounding counties and everything, because it's cheap. But those parts, the main parts, are cast out there in California. And then they get a lot of extras here. You can do a lot of extra work here. But the whole Black Hollywood thing, I always thought that was such a downgrade. It was just such a everything. Why do you? It just to call it Hollywood, to use the word Hollywood and then put black in front of it, and isolate it like that, like it's an actual thing. And this thing is actually something that works. And this thing, this entity is something that's great. And people have come here and made great careers in this Black Hollywood thing. It's a farce. It's a lie. It's a fantasy. And I just want anyone who see this video to understand that. You know, this young lady also models, and you can look at her and tell she's beautiful. I can see her doing modeling. I don't know how tall she is. She looked like she could be short, so she's probably gonna be stuck in what I was doing as well. It's print work. And the thing is here, you know, one thing about modeling and the whole modeling industry, it's very hard to make a career out of it, and only very few do. And it depends on what part you're going to go into. And if you go into commercial modeling and doing commercials, TV commercials, that's good. You have to land, especially if you get a campaign and all that. But Atlanta is not the city to come to if you want to do that. It just really isn't. You're gonna come here, especially if you're gonna get caught up within the black scene. And that's what it sounds like to me from some of her experiences about how a lot of her work was, they always wanted her to work for free. Oh yes, darling, that's what they do. Work for free and say it's the exposure. Bullshit. You're gonna be doing exposure after exposure after exposure. Then she ran into this the slimy photographers. Welcome to the industry. That's not something that's delegated just to Atlanta. That's all over. That's throughout the whole industry, the whole entertainment industry within itself. But in Atlanta, you got a lot of fluff going on here. It's a lot. And then she talked about how fake it is. You know, it's a lot of fakery, a lot of people faking it till they make it. The difference between her and I, when I was doing it back, to let's say 20 years ago, social media was around, but it wasn't like it is now. The internet was here, but it was new. And, in those days, I think we was getting off into MySpace and all that kind of thing. But it wasn't like it is now. So the problem is, young lady, and it's not just this city, it's everywhere you go. So I don't want you to think, I don't even know if she's going to see this, but anyone who watches that and ends up following up on this video, social media is fake. Everything about it is fake. The whole influencers and the number of followers and the number of likes and shares and all that nonsense that they got you guys caught up in. It's fake, it's phony, it's not real life, and because of that, it handicaps you, and it handicaps relationships, it handicaps friendships, it handicaps everything. I feel really bad for people, young people like now, because you're like caught up in it, and if you ain't in it, you're like an anomaly because you're not in it. But I would think what I want to put in this video is because of social media is why the game is messed up. Everything is messed up because of it. The fakery, because social media is fake. Instagram is fake. You look at people, and people, if you caught up in it and you look at people and say, ooh, this person got so many followers. Why can't I get these many followers? Why I'm not an influencer? Why I'm not doing this? And you base your self-worth based on something you see online. And I can tell you this, and I can assure you, a lot of this online stuff is manufactured. False. They promote certain things and certain people and certain individuals. Then they shadow ban others. It's fake. When I continued to watch her videos, I found that she had a boyfriend, which was great. I was good to hear that she had a boyfriend. I thought she was single. I said, because I can see her being a good wife to someone one day, as long as she doesn't have those feminist gynocrat tendencies and traits. If she's not carrying any of that, she'll be great. But if she's carrying into this modern day feminism and gynocratic stuff, she's doomed. She's gonna be doomed. But back to Atlanta, not about her, but it's about her and her video, because I thought it was really good to hear what she was saying, and what she said it was hard for her to make friends here because everyone seemed like they had their own. They were either clout chasing. We call it social climbing. Different generation. But yes, you're gonna run. You run into that. You run into people who are not genuine. And if you are a genuine person, you have to be able to have the spirit of discernment to know quickly and to notice the signs. And when you see the signs of someone not being genuine, it is what it is. Do not fool yourself. Kind of back away slowly, long handle spoon them, and move on. You're gonna run into that a lot in Atlanta, the Black Mecca, Black Hollywood. Everybody want to be a star. Everybody want to do this. I'm this. I'm that. I know this. Go, especially if you're gonna get into the scene. I'm glad I'm not in that scene, and even when I was modeling and things like that, I wasn't too much into it. Wasn't like that, but I did mess around enough in Atlanta, so I was wasting my time, especially dealing with blacks and modeling. it just wasn't what it was going to be. I hate to say it like that, but it is what it is. You're going to always be working for free, doing something. It's not nothing that's going to really pay your bills and get you a career or get you the next job. Because basically all these are contract jobs. You go from contract job to contract job. You get a next job like that. And that's why, and depending on, you know, what exactly what type of modeling you want to do and what field you're in, and it all determines on what kind of job you're going to get. Now, I was in a modeling group here, and it was, with these two twins. I'm gonna tell a little story time about these two twins, and they were beautiful, 5'10", very thin, beautiful features, beautiful face, beautiful skin, nice bone structure, everything, striking, nice hair, their own hair. They didn't put the weave in it. It was like they had shoulder length, a bob cut, and they rocked it. It was just a bob cut. They would blunt it cut, or sometimes they'll bump it under, and they would just put on their makeup, and it was not overly done. They had a striking look as it was. Well, they both went to New York. Only one of them got signed with Eileen Ford. And I know about Eileen Ford, the agency in New York, and you can get signed there. It's great. There's a lot of agencies in New York getting signed, and I was glad for her. She ended up moving to New York, and but the thing is, you can get signed to an agency. It's about working. You in there with a bunch of other models, and they're sending your pictures out, and if they need this type of look or whatever, then they may look at you. Then you may go on a call here and a call there, or several calls, and not get called. And that's what happened. She was beautiful. She was great. And she ended up going to Italy for a little while. She did go over there. And it's just a hard road to hoe. And it was just, she ended up getting up with the wrong guy and getting on drugs. And that was it. I think she ended up tricking, and then tricked herself back to the States, and that was the end of her modeling career. It came and went as fast as it came. It was I think she was 20 when she left, and she was about 20, going on 22 when she had to come when she got back to Atlanta. It was over. So I don't, and that business is built on youth. Especially for females. They like them young, 17, 18. When you get to 23, 24, you're kind of old, unless you have a really good look about yourself. So anyway, enough of that. But also, Atlanta, there's a lot of, they say Atlanta is a place to go. One of the things that they like to say about Atlanta for black people is a place to go where young black entrepreneurs can start businesses. And it's a great place for that because of the amount of black people that are here. Wrong. See, I hate that I am Axetruth. I'm going to tell the truth, and I'm here to bust a lot of bubbles and a lot of myths and a lot of things that are being said that are very much untrue. If you're an entrepreneur and you have an entrepreneurial spirit and you have something great that you're going to create and a business that you're going to build, you can do that anywhere. Business is business, baby. You don't. And coming to a city where there's a more influx of black people is not a guarantee at all that you will be successful in business, because you want to do business with everyone, not just black people. Now, I'm gonna give you an example. When I say this, I have the backup to come with it. Okay? Candy Burris. She's on a national television show. She has 3 restaurants here in Atlanta, Georgia. Go look at those reviews. Go read her reviews. I'm gonna be doing a content piece on that. She has a national audience. She has a name, and she has that. And her restaurant was installed and came in with a boom because of that. Lots of business because of who she is. She's on TV. But guess what? Those businesses are gonna end up going out of business. It takes 5 years for a restaurant to stay. Most restaurants will die in 5 years. They won't even go past 5 years. her business, by looking at those reviews, it's like, she was riding off her notoriety and fame and everything like that, but didn't put any money in the quality of not only the food, the service, the food and the service, her employees, because you have to pay people. You get what you pay for. If you got help, if you're hiring just anything to come in here and work, they gonna work like anything. If you're paying them anything, but if you want professionals in there, if you're gonna charge $50 plates like at that steakhouse she got, you know, you got to compete with these other $50 plate steakhouses here. It's supposed to, your restaurant's supposed to be 5-star, and you competing with these other 5-star restaurants, and y'all out of rolls. You're out of stuff on the menu when people come in, and it's also in a storefront, but nevertheless. And my point is this: she's black. Atlanta's a black city. Black don't have anything to do with what's going to sustain her business, and if it's going to turn a profit. Based on looking at those reviews, there are people that are going to go through that restaurant are going to be once overs. Go in to see how it tastes, and if it ain't overwhelmingly good for something generic that you can make at home, fried chicken and macaroni cheese, collard greens, salmon, grilled salmon, a ribeye, T-bone, filet mignon. Sweetheart, it's not going to. Crab cakes, fried shrimp, deviled eggs, chicken wings, cheeseburger. It's too many of restaurants you got to compete with for that common food, and there's nothing special about going there other than you're on TV. You're on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. You was a music artist with Escape. You wrote a few songs, wrote a Grammy award-winning song. They ain't got nothing to do with the food. And I use her as an example because of the fact that she has so much going for her at the start of anything that she does, because she's on national television. So think about you, the individual who's not on national television. You may just be on the internet. You may have a lot of followers. This is to these so-called influencers. Yeah, you can have the 100,000s of followers and million followers, and you open up a business. Do you think that that's going to sustain your business because you got a lot of followers on the internet? Unless your business is on the internet and they ordering offline, and that's what I would suggest do. But to open up a brick and mortar business, that takes a lot more work and you got to put a lot more into it. And to sustain that, it's going to take a lot of work. And this whole thing with black, unless your products or whatever is targeting just that market, like if this has black hair products or something like that, and even if it's that, you got to compete with other black hair products and other just hair products within itself. So I mean, there's a lot of myths when it comes to Atlanta, and a lot of people come here with these pipe dreams, and they look at this city as if this is the place to come if you are a minority and you're going to succeed, because black people work together. They all stick together, and they're going to lift you up, and it's the community. I've been here for 20 years and it ain't that. I've been here and I've looked around and I said, wow, for this city to have so many black this, a black mayor, black police chief, all that, but black people really ain't running anything worth anything other than a few restaurants and things like that. I mean, where's the real grit, the real ingenuity, the real anything worth anything? Oh, come here and work for this black company. They're doing it up. They're giving good jobs, benefits, money, and all. So that's my whole point in this. To all young people, if you're thinking about moving here and you're believing the hype of reality television. They're telling you, oh, Atlanta this, the Atlanta Housewives, Married to Medicine and all that. You get to see these. There are a lot of prominent, yes, wealthy black people here. Yes, they are. With good businesses and have a lot of good businesses and have a lot of successful, but they work hard, but they are not in the scene partying and out here in the club and doing all this and all over the internet unless they're really doing something that is really popping off. I've seen so many fake realtors and they all on Instagram. They trying to fake it like they really doing it and come to find out they scamming, cheating, lying. And that's another thing she covered in her video about the deception. A lot of people just liars, frauds, fake. And that goes back to the internet, social media. It's fake. And this is not something relegated just to Atlanta. It's all over. Because of it, it has created a false sense, a fake atmosphere, a fake reality. Virtual reality is fake. Online reality is fake. It's not real life. And a lot of you guys, you young people, you take your online life and put it in real life, and it don't mesh. It doesn't work. And that's why you can't sustain relationships, because of social media. And there's so many single, lonely people because of social media. It's really sad, but that is why it was designed. I'm coming to you for outside of the matrix, and I'm telling you, I'm giving you a crack into the matrix. It was designed that way, to put you in that mindset, to lower your self-esteem and self-worth, where you will do anything just to be seen, noticed, liked, or shared, or just commented on. I know you're probably saying, well, you got a nose on your face. It's my brand. It's my brand. I started out with this brand and it was genius. I got up into the millions of subscribers on YouTube and they hid them from me, but their algorithm broke and it showed me. And it showed me in several live videos. I didn't see it. My viewers saw it. And that's how I knew, that's when I found out how fake the internet was, when I saw them do that to me. And it didn't matter. It doesn't matter to me because I don't do this for popularity and to be famous, infamous. It's a lot that comes with that territory, and a lot of people are not prepared to deal with it. Mentally, physically, emotionally. I'm Axetruth, an original. And I hope someone who, if she gets to see this video, but I don't know if she will, she probably not, but those who will see it, if you're planning to move to Atlanta, please don't believe the hype. It's all hype and mess. You can do it. If you are an entrepreneur and you have dreams, you can do that anywhere you want in this country. That's the great thing about America and capitalism. But coming to this city and thinking it's some kind of black mecca, especially those who want to get into entertainment, they come and run in here thinking they're going to make it big in Atlanta because we have a lot of rappers and people have come out of Atlanta. But it's a bunch of that here. A bunch of rappers, a bunch of singers, a bunch of models. It's a bunch of that. So much. It's what is it? What can I say? It's inundated with it. It's kind of like a market. It's just flooded with it, So anyway, good luck. Angell K is a beautiful girl. Her content is, for those who like vlogging and things, she seems like a very genuine young lady. I like her better as in the second video. Let me tell y'all what the other video to look at. I'm gonna put a link to that video here in here that I watched that gave me this to do this response video. The next video to watch is finally moving out, sold all my furniture, I got robbed. That was a funny video. So I'm gonna put the links to both of those videos in the bottom of in the description to check it out, check her out, and subscribe to her channel. But she seems like a very genuine person. She's a beautiful girl. I like her I like her 100%. I like her 100% natural. Now them the video of her moving out, you get to see her real beauty there. There's no eyelashes and all that. She don't do a lot of that makeup anyway. At least in what I saw, because she doesn't need all that. But them lashes, I have a problem with all those lashes with these young ladies wearing these big bat wing lashes like that. It's not that stuff. That's for the stage. I don't know how that got mixed up in the mix. That's for stage and stage lights. Y'all wearing that stuff out in the daytime and anything, it looks crazy. And she definitely don't need it. She has beautiful, big, beautiful almond-shaped eyes, beautiful skin. You don't need all that. When everybody go right, you go left. When everybody go left, you go right. You don't have to deal with, don't do what everyone else is doing. But I wanted to put this video out here just to dispel a lot of myths. And she did complain about the rent. She said, now let me say this about the rent. I forgot to even cover that. The rents here have went crazy high. They used to not be like this, but they got that way. But they're gonna have to come back down because it's not sustainable. And but they're crazy high for. I don't know how these kids are making it, paying $1,000 each in a shared apartment. So they're paying $2,000 rent. It's disgusting what they have done. But what goes up must come down, and it's going to have to come down because it's not sustainable here at all, because they don't have the pay, the market, just the job market here is not paying that kind of money to make 3 times that rent for anyone to get an apartment or anything here in Atlanta. So that was another reason she said the rents here. But that's all over the country what they're doing right now, jacking up rents and everything like that. But we're going through a housing crisis. And the rents are going to, we're going to go through a rental market crisis as well as a very hard economic times. If you like my content and you enjoy my videos, I do a variety of videos, different style content, different shows, and also I'm a coach as well. And you can, if you want to book a session with me, you can go at coach.axetruth.com, and that where you can set an appointment there, and I do personal life coaching and counseling there as well. And if you like my content, you can donate to my Cash App here and the links below here. But I just wanted to do this video so people can that are thinking about moving here to Atlanta, and also to talk to people in that age group, because they are being conned and deceived on what's going on out here. And they have it, and it's because of social media. And it's very sad to see that, because it wasn't like that when I was their age, and I couldn't imagine trying to function. But I can see what it has done, and it has really, it makes it very hard to even sustain just a friendship, let alone a relationship with a significant other. Everyone have a great day. Be blessed, and I'll see you guys with more content. Join me Thursday night for Bible study at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Power of the Living Word. Everyone have a great day and be blessed.